Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about things that I wish people knew about depression. And these are things that pertain more to me, but I bet a lot of people can relate because depression is something that is debilitating. And if you're someone who has depression or you know someone with depression, I think there's a good chance that what I'm experiencing is something that you or they're experiencing as well. And I just wish people knew these things about depression because, one, it would make my life a little bit easier. I wish people understood these things. And then also, since depression is a mental illness and mental illnesses are not really physically seen, like it's not like a cold, people can't point to it and say, oh, that's a cold, or you have the flu. It's not that easy to spot. So I feel like depression is something that just kind of goes on without anyone noticing, especially if you don't tell anyone. If no one knows, like it can go on and no one will ever know. So making this video for some transparency, the first thing I wish people knew was this feeling of being isolated, and I do this to myself. It's very hard for me to reach out to people. Reaching out to people is something I do, but it takes a lot out of me or something. I guess that's the best way to put it. I'm cringing as I say that because it sucks. But like, yeah, me reaching out to someone is like, that's a monumental thing. That's a big deal. Because I just don't do it. I have to make myself do that. But yes, I feel isolated and I also do it to myself very well, and it sucks. So most of the time, people reach out to me and I respond, and then we converse and go out and do stuff or whatever. Yeah, isolation is a heavy one for me. Depression can also make it very hard to do anything. It's, again, debilitating. It's as if your brain and your body just shuts off and you're unable to even think, you're unable to do anything. Maybe I'll, like before when my depression was really low or really bad, like I could make a to-do list and then I can't do it. Like I couldn't do anything. It's very odd. It's very strange. It's like, again, your mind and body just shuts off and you're like paralyzed in a sense. And this is something that medication has greatly helped. Medication is what has helped in making me able to do anything. I've done a lot since taking medication. If you want to see my medication journey, I'll put the playlist down below so you guys can check that out. The next thing I wish people knew about depression is some comments just really are not helpful. Like when people ask what's wrong, and it doesn't seem like anything happened, like nothing happened. Maybe sometimes I just feel really low, and that's it. That's depression. Like something didn't have to happen in order for me to feel that way, feel down, feel really low. Some comments might be well-intentioned, and that's how I usually see them, is like, oh, this is like, that was a good intention thing to say, but it was actually very unhelpful. Like, oh, just change your attitude. Just snap out of it. Oh, you just have to look on the positive side of things. You just have to be more positive. Like, no, that's not what this is. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. If anything, those comments make me feel even worse because then I just get annoyed. The next thing I wish people knew about depression is I'm very quick to believe negative things about myself. I take things out on myself. I used to self-harm, and I've never talked about that in a video. Maybe I can soon, like my self-harm story, because I used to be a cutter. Like that was my go-to thing, was cutting. And anytime I mess up or let's say I accidentally hurt someone's feelings or something, because I say stupid things too. I'm not immune to being like saying inappropriate things, or if I've done that in the past, I would usually take that out on myself with cutting. Or if something went wrong, something horrible went wrong, like I would take things out on myself. Basically, anytime negative things happened in my life, I would take it out on myself. And especially when it comes to feelings, negative feelings and thoughts, I'm very quick to believe those things. And I've gotten so much better at distancing myself from those thoughts and realizing that they're just thoughts and that's not true. Like, I'm the worst human being on the planet. Like, obviously that's not true. Duh. But before I used to believe it and I would take it out on myself, like things like that. So, and that's not exactly what I would think, but you know what I mean. That was a hard cycle to break out of, but I am really happy to report that I haven't self harmed in ages. It's been a long time. It's been years. So that's awesome. Just because I'm laughing or having a good time doesn't mean I'm not in pain. I think a lot of times I use humor to just mask things, or I love comedy and humor. That's like my favorite coping mechanism. But just because I'm laughing and having a good time or something, or that's what it appears to look like, it doesn't mean that I'm not, I just am magically healed. I don't have depression anymore. Like, I just still have depression. But if I'm out with friends and family and I'm having a good time, usually that is really, really good for me because I'm able to get out of my headspace. But there are times when it's like, it's kind of like wearing a mask. Have you seen those depression commercials? I know this sounds so cliche, but the woman who's like doing things and she's wearing this happy face in front of her, like there's like circle happy face that she's just holding in front of her, and she's actually like, I can't do the face, but she's feeling really low. Anyway, like that. I can smile and be a part of the conversation and be a part of the event or whatever and have fun, but I can also still be in a lot of pain. And not showing it is like a highly well developed skill, if you will. And the last thing that I'm going to mention in this video, because there's several things I could add to this video, but I think I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter, is the fact that I wish people knew that strength had nothing to do with it. Again, it kind of relates to what I was saying earlier when people say like unhelpful comments like, oh, just snap out of it. Like, why didn't I think of that? Oh my God. Yeah, it's so easy. No, it's not black and white. It's not that simple. It's a gray area that needs to be dived into more. That's why I make these videos. It's like, let's talk about these things that are hard to talk about because this is something that goes unseen and it sucks. So, yeah, strength has nothing to do with it. Like, I can have enough willpower to do certain things, but that only goes so far. And the medication that I take has really helped me. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys would like to see another video like this where I talk about other things I wish people knew about depression, let me know in the comments. And let me know what you guys think. If you guys have heard or experienced anything you wish people knew about depression from your own experience, I would love to see your comments down below. And yeah, that's it from me. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, bye.